Hey guys, my name is Rick Utzer with AirgunWeb, here to tell you the facts, not fluff. Today's video is about the new Diana AR8 and their new Bullseye mount. Check this out. Think that's going to work? Well, you're going to have to watch the video to find out. We'll be right back. So let's go over some of the features about this new gun from Diana. First thing, nice composite stock. It's very well built. It's not hollow at all. It's definitely solid. It has obviously a thumb hole grip versus the traditional Monte Carlo style. I like it personally. It gives you a really good positive grip in the field. It's got a nice rubber inlay here, which lets you have a nice feel up against your face. When you're shooting, it's certainly not harsh. And it's got some light texturing to also help with the grip. Now the finish on this rifle, rather than a high gloss like blued finish, it's your matte sort of finish. I really like this finish. It gives the gun a very tactical look. I really like that. Now some of the Diana guns you guys are used to are going to have some micro click adjustable mounts. This does not come with that. This comes with some very basic open sights. The front sight, you simply spin this and that allows you to adjust for your elevation. Here you have an Allen screw and that's how you would adjust for your windage. Now on these sights, rather than have that sort of notch, that really fine notch that you may be used to, these are very much sort of practical, but not fancy. You've got a nice white line here, and you've got a nice white line here. You line these things up, get them on your target, and it does shoot pretty good. Are they precision sights? No, they're not. Are they functional for field work? Absolutely they are. If you're clearing pests out of your guard, you don't want to have to run a big scope on the rifle, you're good to go with these open sights. Again, are they precision? No, they're not, but they are functional and they do work very well. Now, this is a traditional break barrel rifle with the exception that it also has their new gas ram technology, and it's got a bit of a beef there if you're going to cock it. Now, I'm running, go ahead and secure the barrel here. I'm running just your standard Crosman Premier hollow points. Now, this thing has shot a lot of different pellets through it, and they all do pretty well. Automatic safety right here. Push that in, the gun is ready to fire. Just like that. Pretty quiet, really. I mean, there's no suppressor on it, but really the mechanical noise is greatly reduced with that gas ram. Now let's go on to the trigger. These guns have probably the best trigger you're gonna get in a break barrel air gun, just period. In fact, maybe one of the better triggers you're gonna get in an air gun, period. This is the T06 trigger, and out of the box, way less than 2-pound break. Fully adjustable. You can get this as light as you want it, pretty much. This is just a phenomenal two-stage trigger. It really, for me, sets the standard on what an airgun trigger should be. Now let's get to this funky contraption here. Now I gotta tell you, that to me just makes no sense. Why did they do it? Well, these guns have a bit of a recoil. If you know anything about, like the RWS 350 or some of these big magnum springers, they just tear up scopes, and moreover, they also tear up your receiver. Where you mount onto this rail, it just doesn't hold up. Eventually, the things just wind up sliding right off the back of the gun because when the piston slams up front, it just generates so much recoil. It's just really hard to get something that's going to hold still. So how do you deal with it? Well, they've gone all kinds around to try and figure something out. And this, I thought, just made no sense until I tried it. I got to tell you, let me just tell you what I've done so far with this gun. We started here in West Texas, did a little unboxing, did some shooting, and realized, you know what, it actually works pretty good. And then I took it to East Texas, and we did a little shooting there. Then I took it to Georgia, then I took it to South Carolina, then I took it back to Georgia. This thing's been all the way from West Texas, clear to the East Coast and back. And I'm running this Hawke scope. Now, if I was gonna pick a scope to go on this rifle, it would not be the AirMax 30 6-24 scope. This scope is too much scope, it's too big, too heavy. It's just not the right scope for a Magnum Springer. Well, it's what I had. They sent me a 30mm mount. What was I gonna do? Well, we're really testing this thing out. Let me tell you, for the entire trip, this thing is held 0. There you go. I mean, what else can I say? It's held 0, it's accurate. We set it up and it just has maintained its point of impact. You know, for such a big scope, this much weight to be moved around on this kind of a big heavy gun and still maintain zero, traveling across country and shooting, I don't know how many tins of pellets through it. Yeah, I'd say they've got something going on with this mount. I'm impressed. I'm very impressed. It comes with 1-inch rings or 30mm rings. So, you know, my preference probably would still be to put a little bit less of a scope on this gun. But heck, man, I can run my AirMax 30, 6-24, have an amazing optic on a super magnum Springer. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Now let's start talking about performance. We are at 4,600, 4,800 feet, which is going to take a little bit off the top of our max velocity here. Now I'm shooting the 14.3 grain Crosman Premier hollow points. I've done a lot of shooting with this. I've shot many pellets, and really it came down to, that's really a very economical pellet, and doggone it, if it didn't shoot as maybe one of the best out of all of them. You know, I think maybe the H&N Hornets were just slightly better, and man, they're probably the best hunting pellet I've ever used, but they are very expensive, and they didn't actually do as well at range, like 50 yards, as the Crosman Premiers did. So I'm just gonna stick with the Crosman Premiers. That's what we're gonna focus on today. Let's go ahead and get some Crony numbers, then we're gonna shoot some accuracy, and if the weather holds out, we're gonna actually go do a little hunting. Stay with us, we'll be right back. All right, so let's go ahead and pass some pellets over the chronograph here. Now, the gun is stout, let me tell you. All right. $7.99. Okay, well that's some very good consistency. Gosh, maybe definitely less than 10 on the extreme spread. That's very impressive out of a break barrel rifle. Now let's get set up and do some accuracy testing. Now I'm going to go ahead and shoot off my shooting sticks just like I'm going to do in the field. That's very important. If you're going to take something out hunting, make sure you practice just the way you're going to be out in the field, or when you get out there, you don't know if you're going to be hitting what you're aiming at. We're going to get that set up. We'll be right back. All right, guys, so now it's time. We're going to go ahead and sight this in. I've had this sighted for 30 yards, 40 yards, 50 yards. I'm going to set this up for right around 23, 24 yards. I think that's a good optimal zero for this gun. And let's see how we do. So take a couple shots, then adjust the scope, and we'll go from there. Okay, I know pretty much where I'm at. Go ahead and keep using that big center target to verify our zero, and then we'll try the little target, see how we do. Oh, I pulled it. All right, I need my assistant to bring me my screwdriver. One of the things you always want to check with these guns, always check your stock screws. If you're not getting the consistency you were getting previously, there you go. Always check your stock screws. Okay, I'll take a couple more shots here. Yeah, come up some more. All right, I'm gonna start shooting at the smaller targets now. Top left here. All right, I think getting there, guys. There we go. There we are. Takes a little time to get used to how this is going to shoot off these sticks. once you get it dialed in, pretty happy with the results here. I'll take it. Whew, man, this thing's a workout and a half. Well, I'm happy with what I'm getting. I know from shooting from the bench, you're gonna tighten up a little bit, but we're gonna be out hunting. I wanna know what this is gonna do for me out in the field. If I take my time, make sure I get my hold right, don't jerk the gun when I shoot it, I know I could shoot half-inch groups at 20-some yards. So, we're gonna go find us some jackrabbits, see what we can do. All right, Sammy, what do you think, buddy?
I like it.
Was that fun?
Yeah.
You know, he sat up pretty. You know what we should do? We should take him back and skin him. I'll show you how to skin him. And we can find what the pellet did and see exactly what kind of damage this did on the inside, because that's what dropped it. We had a clean shot, took it, we heard the hit. He ran, you know, they panicked a little bit. He ran, what, 10 yards, if that, and fell down, and that was it. It was quick, man. Just one shot, one kill. The Diana AR8 Super Magnum gas ram. We've got our special mountain here, it keeps us on zero. Oh, that was awesome, don't you think?
Yeah.
Well, let's go skin him and see what he looks like on the inside. Cool, man. You want to carry him? All right, let's go.
By his legs?
Yep.
He is heavy.
He's a big one. Let's go ahead and wrap this up. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I know I've enjoyed getting out here shooting this gun again. You know, I've had this for a while now, been shooting it in elevation down at sea level. I'll tell you, at sea level, it shoots a little bit harder. You get a little, probably 3 or 4 more foot-pounds of energy at sea level than I do up here in the higher elevations. But it's got plenty of juice to get it done up high or down low. I was a skeptic. I gotta tell you, the Bullseye ZR mount that we have here, I was a real skeptic until I actually started using it. I think this is a brilliant design. We've got, I don't know, 1,000 rounds or so through this, and it's still holding. That tells me they're definitely onto something here. I'm a super fan. You know, I don't know that there's much to say about this gun on the negative column. We'll tell you, it is very heavy. That's one thing I may take a little time getting used to, because, man, when you're trying to carry this thing through the woods, it will get a little bit tiresome. They really should work on figuring out some way to sling these guns. There's no reason they can't figure that out. Other manufacturers have solved that a long time ago. They need to get on the ball so that you can sling these guns. It just makes sense. Other than that, this thing's a great little rifle. If you're looking for that German quality, that really high precision, good build quality, and a gas ram, a really nice trigger, got good range, good accuracy, good performance, then this Diana AR8 may be just what you're looking for. Guys, I'd like to thank Pyramid Air for sponsoring AirgunWeb in these videos. Now remember, when you're looking to buy your next air gun, your next air gun accessory, or you just want to fill up your supply of pellets, go to www.pyramidair.com and please let them know that Rick sent you their way. My name is Rick Utzer with AirgunWeb.com, where we tell you the facts, not fluff. Thanks for watching.